Hi, I'm Joe,
I'm Steve.
and today we're going to be talking about some pretty awesome information that we found out about the 11808 movie. Uh, First of all, we have some new information that is up to date. It's current, September 15th up until now, but we are going to touch back on some very extremely important information from the first trailer that we actually ripped apart piece by piece and we discovered, and we're going to supply you with that information in the form of photos. I think you're going to be pretty amazed at what you see.
Personally, I don't think what we're going to show you has been, I don't think anyone, from what I've watched on YouTube, has been shown yet. It's basically stuff that you wouldn't really look at or think about looking at. Like, it's something that is not expected to, jump out at you. But we went back, watched the first trailer over, and, thanks to our eyesight, I guess, we spotted some things which could mean that Slusho has nothing to do with the movie, and builds more upon the Japanese impact of the film. So, yeah.
Well, what the photos we're going to show you describe is the cultural influence that Rob has at his apartment. Most of the stuff you see in the apartment is actually Japanese, but there is going to be one bomb that we are going to drop on you guys that you guys are going to be like, wow, this is amazing. How the hell did they do it? And you're going to see right now.
All right, first thing I noticed when we rewatched the original trailer is when the cameraman goes up to the girls and asks them to say something to Rob. When the blonde girl's on screen and says, "Rob's awesome, I'm going to miss him," if you pause the trailer and look to the left of her, you'll see a box. On the box is Japanese writing, and it's a model box, and it's Japanese writing, so there's another reference to Japanese culture where Slusho is based.
All right, this next picture is actually the sushi, which you see on the table, and you see all the Japanese references. Look at the tablecloth. Look at the look at the raw sushi. Pretty much all Japanese once again, and that's just another tip off to Japanese reference right there. Here's actually a picture of a Japanese guy. There's chopsticks. There's pictures of on the curtains there, Japanese references. There you go. Once again, more Japanese stuff. All right, in this picture we have Japanese lighting. Look at the lights. There's an Asian girl at the party. Not that that really means anything, but more Japanese reference. In this picture, there's a geisha in the picture on the background. Another Japanese reference. Now this one isn't a Japanese reference, but look at the man's shirt. Look at the circle on the back of his shirt. That's pretty questionable. Now this was, originally we weren't going to include this because it's already been reported as, that it's been caught in the trailer already. People have realized it. But we're taking a step above, actually in front of what we originally wanted to plan on telling you. And this is where the big bomb is dropped. So what you're about to see, you're going to shit your pants. Go.
All right. This is one of the biggest pieces of information that we have found while rewatching the trailer.
That we've come across.
This is a map, which I believe is a map of Lower Manhattan. You'll see this little picture to the very right of the screen after the lights come on, after a little earthquake, and Rob's walking away from the window. You'll notice on the bottom right part of the little island looks to be Lower Manhattan, red lines made by a marker. Now, these could be anything. Someone thought it was a subway, but if it was a subway, it'd be throughout the entire island of Manhattan. So I'm thinking, along with Joe here, that it could be escape routes or the routes that the monster or creature, whatever it is, comes through to Manhattan. And that's my theory, Joe.
Well, my theory is the fact that this is why Rob could be the enemy in the film. Right there could point out the whole reason why this event took place on this night 11808. That's a pretty strong indication that Rob could be guilty of this
incident.
Yeah, incident. Mm-hmm. All right. More recently, with some of the new updates come out that have been coming out with this movie. Just a couple of weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago, on 11808.com, there was a new photo that's been added to the Flash-based website, and it's a photo of a Japanese chef, Japanese, Asian chef, whatever, and he's actually holding it's either a piece of food or it's a oven mitt, and one or the other. And it looked like a piece of food, really. But when you flip the photo over, on the back it has a recipe list, and it's all in Japanese. Now, knowing us two guys, we were curious, so we go all over Google. We search for the answer. We wound up finding the answer. It's been translated that it was indeed a Japanese recipe. No information towards the movie on it, but it did give a couple of hints that we found were pretty interesting. One specifically on the list was, for the recipe, was rock bottom crab from the ocean.
Or bottom rock crab.
Bottom rock crab. And right after we found that out, we went over to the Slusho website, and sure enough, one of the characters
under the
history of the company Slusho, there was an animation of a few different types of characters, and it was an actual crab that was sitting on a rock at the bottom of the ocean. And anyone who's been checking the Slusho website lately, or ever since it was actually created, has known that there are 6 recipes. It's in their slogan, which means you can't drink just 6. So there's 6 recipes, and this recipe has to do with something with the movie. And also, the update on the Slusho website,
under
flavors, there, if you look up at one of the stars in the upper left-hand corner, where the picture's in outer space, there's a star in the upper left-hand corner that actually says new flavor just added, and it actually goes away after about 2 seconds. So
you can't click on it, you can't find it.
Click on it,
Gone.
exactly. So we're thinking there could be a 7th flavor that has been invented, and it's a bad flavor because that's what woke the monster up or created the monster in the first place.
Also on the Slusho website, regarding the bottom rock crab, if you hover your mouse over the other sea creatures, there's a horse under there. I don't know why it's floating underwater, but if you hover your mouse over the horse, oven mitt is in a thought bubble, which is possible what could be on the Japanese chef's tray in the picture on the 118 website. Mm-hmm. And if you hover it over one of the bigger fish, it has a slice of cheese. I don't know what that has to do with it. And then if you hover over the jellyfish-like creature on the top right of the screen, it has a picture of a hammer in the thought bubble, which you use a hammer to crack open crab shells. So put 2 and 2, 1 and 1 together.
Just like our name, 1 and 1 equals 2 cents.
Alright, one question which is really bothering me, and it's not going to stop bothering me, is where is the Slusho at the party? Okay, I see a guy wearing a Slusho t-shirt, and that's all that's referenced to Slusho. Everything else is in red plastic cups. You don't know if it's Slusho or not. I did not see any cases of Slusho. It said nothing had to do with Slusho except for that t-shirt. Just because you're wearing a t-shirt that says Slusho does not mean the product is in the house or wherever you are. It means you're advertising for it. So unless somebody can tell me where Slusho is at the party, I don't believe that Slusho has anything to do with the movie. I think it's just a little cover-up. I just know.
Okay. Alright guys, we're going to leave you with this one last question. Why in the trailer did the cameraman, when he was filming Rob right before the explosion, say, "You should have left town earlier or sooner"? What does that mean? That means that Rob definitely works for Slusho. He's going to Japan, but why should he leave town sooner? Why?
One theory is that because something bad's happening in New York and nobody knows what it is, including Rob. Yeah, that's how I originally looked at it, is that he doesn't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. But thanks to Brad Johnson's video explaining it in the uncut UK trailer, you hear him say something.
He mumbles
something that is audible in the UK cut, but in the American trailer it's covered by the monster's roar. So apparently Rob had something to do with this, and he knows what's going on. So yeah.
Anybody with any plausible information, please get back to us. We want to know just as much as you want to know the answers. All we can do is ask questions. The only answers we're going to get are by getting new trailers, getting new photos on 11808,
or people selling new food, stuff like that.
That's it. But for right now, all this is a question. Is Rob good or is Rob the enemy?
Have a great weekend.
See you next week.